I was on the move a lot over the summer, so here I am to give you a recap of how everything went. In July, I did work trips and author events. I was in Cape Cod for a work event, and it was the first time I went to Boston, Massachusetts, Cape Cod, or anywhere up there. I had authentic clam chowder amongst some really great seafood. My beds were a little confusing though. One really soft, one really hard. Felt like Goldilocks was happening. But LA, oh my God, I got to go home. It was so much fun. I saw my sister. I saw my new niece, who is like almost 6 months now, but at the time she was still so small. I had a lot of fun going to the beach. The beach, let me explain to you, is something that I have missed so much. But seeing my best friend, at least one of them, and my sister and my nieces and my nephew, it was a blast. We had pizza at this place that was like new, we had never been to before, and of course, Korean barbecue. You cannot miss the Korean barbecue. Hello, Koreatown in LA is one of my favorite places to go. Then also in July, I had One Love reunion, which was in Nashville. It was so much fun. But on the way there, we had to stop at Almanac. Almanac Supply Co. is this amazing crystal shop, and every time I want new crystals, I'm literally on their website, like, okay, what y'all got in stock? What am I looking for? How am I feeling? What's the vibe? Their shop in person is so cute though. And then outside the shop, right before you get to it, there's this chalk alley. And I love chalk art. It's something that I will always stop and admire, take photos of, videos of, because I just think it's so cool what you can create with some chalk. Like, do y'all remember when we was little? Chalk was the thing that we used to just draw on the ground and make our little hopscotches with or something. But people do so much more with it, and it's amazing. Anyway, Almanac is a beautiful place. Like, their collection is vast, and if they don't have something in the store, it might be online. You can ask them in person, you can email. Anyway, I'm giving them an ad at this point because I love them. They are amazing. They're one of the best crystal shops that I've ever bought from. There's also a place in Las Vegas, but I didn't get to visit during my adventures this summer. Anywho, as well as going to Almanac, we had a bunch of food. I'll get to that in a little bit. At the event, during the signing, I got a couple of videos of some of my favorite authors. I didn't get to do a whole lot of walking around though, because I was talking to quite a number of people during my signing. But Tasha L. Harrison, Katrina Jackson, Carmen Lee, Mika James, A.H. Cunningham. We had Naomi Simone, Nicole Falls, Chinthia C. Higgins. Oh, the list goes on and on and on. We did make sure to go to a drag show, me and some of the girls. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't been to a drag show in like 5 or 6 years. That like hurt my feelings when I thought about it. Parnassus was a beautiful little bookstore. We did have to go in there and check out, everything they had going on and see if the girls' books was in there because we had to make sure our Trad Pup Girlies books was there, period. Chincy C. Higgins and Carmen Lee did have their books in stock, and it was so nice to see their stuff on the shelf. I cannot wait to see more of my friends' books in person. And it was just, really nice to have some fun and go out and explore book areas with your bookish friends. Plus, all the food, trust me. Like, we ate a lot. We could have probably ate more than we ate, but it was long days at the event. And so, while we were having fun, I did not get up and dance. Look, my shoulder is still healing. And this was before my surgery, but like, I couldn't get up there and hang with them. I wanted to. They was having a blast, but it was a really great time. It was my first book event, and I'm glad that One Love started it off because being in community with a bunch of bookish people, be it authors, narrators, podcasters, just readers, however you look at it, like it's so much fun to be in community like that. And that's something I'll never forget. I'm glad that I got to do that. Oh, I went to Chicago, but I don't have any real like a lot of photos of it because it was another work trip and it was a heck of a lot more going on in Chicago than it was in Cape Cod. So I just had that one photo of me at the Bean and it was great. And then after Chicago, we got into August and I went on a cruise. Y'all, I went on a cruise. If y'all haven't seen my Instagram or anywhere else that I've posted a few of the photos, look, it was a blast. It was my first time out of the country, my first time on a cruise ship. It was a 14-day trip, and me and my friend had a blast. We ate so much food that I could not show y'all all the pictures, like 3-course meals every day. We had desserts, we had unlimited drinks, we went places and also grabbed stuff outside. We were in Canada, we went to Greenland, we went to Iceland, and I had me a little bartender boyfriend while I was on the cruise. He was really fun, really nice, really sweet, and like he made, part of the trip really good. I also got to see glaciers, a volcano explosion, icebergs. Just, it was so beautiful. And when we got to Iceland on the last day, we found out that Culture Night was the next day, and we were staying there for a few days. So that was really fun. But then back to reality and my surgery. I was really grateful that my dad came down and he was here. He cooked for me, stored up a bunch of stuff so I didn't have to try and make anything. And that was like really sweet. I love my family when they be there for me and they just make me feel so much. And then off to LA, which I was just like, this is going to be crazy. It was a couple weeks after my surgery, but loving books in Pasadena. I was straight up in there, and I'm so glad that I was able to go. I got to see Nicole Falls again. She's a great time. I got to meet more new authors that I hadn't met before or I hadn't seen in person. And, I just was thankful that Yoko invited me to be there and experience that and be home again. Like, I love going back to LA, walking around all my neighborhoods in my cities that I used to just stump around all the time. And like seeing new authors and meeting new readers was also really cool because I never did that when I was in LA. I wasn't an author back then. But let me tell you, this jazz player right here, he was a saxophone in that saxophone. And trust me, if you sit here and tell me that don't make sense, we gonna fight. But seeing my babies again was also a great time. I saw my niece grow up, and whew, she is getting big so fast, y'all. And then a little bit later, I got to go to Decatur and celebrate Mika James's book launch. Love and Sports Ball came out last month, and I was there at a moderated event with her and Carmen Lee to talk about the book and their process and a bunch of other stuff. But like, just seeing my friends again and like the care that everyone gives me and how much fun it is to be around folks is just, whew, it's something. I did try and get some writing done while I was in Georgia, though. But as you can see, I was doing a lot more singing and dancing than typing with that one little hand of mine. I won't change anything that happened, though. I got some work done. It was a long summer. I had a blast. I'm so grateful for every opportunity and every place that I've experienced these past 3 months, and so much more is coming next year. But for right now, y'all, I'm tired. I'm done. And this was recorded before my surgery, so the flip flopping was not a cause of harm. But until next year, that's it. That's my summer.